Kelly here with Kelly's Soroka Life and the Broom and Moon Coven. And the Coven is open for membership. You can join the free community right now, and the paid membership will be open April 1st. So click the link that's down below, and you can go and find all about the Coven and membership and join the free Coven right now. So I am bringing you part of the 4x4 series that I am doing, where I share 4 magical items in 4 weeks. So last week I didn't get the crystal video done, so I'm doing the crystal and the herb video this week. So I'm doing today is the herb and of cacao that I've been studying, and the crystal that I've been working with is carnelian. So you'll see both of those videos come out pretty close to each other, and so you can go and see what I have been studying with each of these. So with this herb, and I set all these things up ahead of time. So I picked several herbs and crystals that I wanted in decks and books that I wanted to work with for the year, and kind of just, picked randomly and put them together. But so far, they've all worked really well together and have been very timely in when they have come out. And cacao is another one that is, I think, a really fitting herb, or it's more of a plant ally, I guess. But it's very spiritual, and I think it really lends to this time of year when spring is coming, things are growing, and we're having this shift from winter into spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. So cacao is, and I love chocolate. And of course, cacao is, chocolate is made from cacao, and it's now, all kinds of chocolate out there. And there's, and it's good, and because chocolate is great and it's tasty and it's wonderful, and it does, in and of itself have health benefits. But the chocolate that we have now is very, very, very sweet and has a lot of additives and things with it. And some of it's, not too bad. And cacao is it's one of those things that has been, people have been exploited, and farmers and workers and land, and to support this industry. And so that's one of the reasons that I've really been enjoying doing these plant ally spirit studies, because I've learned about the history and kind of dug into things that I just kind of assumed about certain herbs or certain plants, and so learning about them and studying to be an herbalist now, I really want to be more informed and to find out about what's going on with these plants, and how, what the history is. And cacao, another reason I wanted to study this one is my youngest son. We adopted him from Guatemala, so he does have Mayan heritage, and the cacao was very popular at cacao ceremonies, and the beverage was very popular in Aztec and Mayan civilizations. And so, I really wanted to bring it into today, and to honor that part of history, and to honor the fact that it was used and honored in another time, in another civilization, and how it's being used today, especially since a lot of people that I know are doing cacao ceremonies and have participated in them, or and there's lots of websites that will sell the cacao, just the cacao that you can use for the ceremony. And so I really wanted to dig into that, and it's been very beautiful, and it's been just a wonderful wonderful trip with this plant ally for this month, and I bought some, and I have my cup here of my cacao, but I bought some uh, and from the Shaman's Market online, and so I'll also leave that link and show you where I purchased my cacao. And just I've always eaten chocolate, and I've always loved chocolate, and I have, I grew up on um, Hershey bars. And when I got older and started eating and realized that there was dark chocolate, that was just so wonderful because I loved the dark chocolate. And I was the one that when Halloween, when the candy came out and people would give away the little mini Hershey bars, and they would be, one would be the special dark chocolate. Everybody gave me the special dark chocolate, and because I was usually the only one that liked it, but it was great, and I love dark chocolate, and I love, the darker the chocolate the better. And so finding out about cacao and seeing people doing ceremonies and it becoming popular today, and seeing how, what the difference is and how it was used in ancient times, and kind of bringing that and bridging that gap was really a very good experience. And so, and having the chocolate and using it, and just really having that experience with it, it's been really fun. So like I said, the cacao was you cacao beverages were highly regarded as gifts, offerings, and even used as currency in the Mayan and Aztec civilizations and other Southern American civilizations. And it's very rich. And if you've ever had chocolate and if you like chocolate, it's very rich and indulgent. And this plant ally was often used as an aphrodisiac, as well as to bring in, to ask for happiness and prosperity. And again, today, and this I'll have for you on the handy dandy PDF that I have with the information about it. And you'll find this, you can find this on my website. I'll leave a link, and you can go and download this if you want to do your own happiness spell with cacao. And since cacao is used today to make chocolate, the spirit of this plant ally is easily accessible in modern form. You find the cacao by itself, and that's what this is that I have today. And you can use it if you like chocolate, and you want to use it to connect to this plant spirit that way, or you can just have in mind something that is sweet and indulgent, and something that is you can find a picture. You can use I always try to include a picture on the PDF so that you can use that in the energy as well. So today we're doing a happiness spell with cacao because it's just happy. And it is, it is, for me, it's very happy. And I have this one, I have this cacao actually mixed with milk, but you could also mix it. You can just mix it with water. You can just you can mine is heated up. It's kind of like a hot chocolate. You can mix things in with it, other herbs with it, and that's one of the things that I want to do next is make some cacao and put some herbs, simmer some herbs with it, and see this one I bought. I have some plain, and this one I think is actually mixed with a little bit of rose and lavender, maybe. So it's, sorry. incoming call that I didn't silence. But anyway, back to cacao. It's just you can use it in lots of different ways. If you like chocolate and that is accessible to you, then you can do that, or you can buy the plain cacao for that is used in ceremonies, and you can do your own ceremony. But today we're just going to do a happiness spell with cacao. So craft a cacao beverage like this if you want, or make hot chocolate, or use your favorite chocolate treat. And again, if you don't like chocolate or you don't eat sugar or anything that's sweetened, then you can just bring in that spirit, the spirit of cacao, and let that spirit walk with you. And so whatever you do, hold it in your hands, or hold your hands out and just imagine. And as you say, Cacao, I honor your spirit as ally and friend. Be with me in this spell to the end. May I find happiness and delight within your guidance and foresight. So may it be. And enjoy. It's so wonderful. And I think that if I I didn't, when I was growing up, really didn't like hot chocolate. But I think if I'd had this cacao and made my own beverage with it, I think I would have liked it. So, tell me what you think. Have you used plain cacao in anything in a cacao ceremony? Have you been to a ceremony? Would you like to do a ceremony? Anything like that. And or if you like chocolate, what your favorite chocolate is, or if you don't like chocolate, or you don't eat sweets, how do you relate to this plant ally? So thank you for being here. And this is part of the 4x4 series that I am doing. And this month is the herb is cacao, which is today. And the crystal is carnelian. And that one will be out probably right before this one. So that one should be, published about the same time. And the deck that I'm working with is the Herbcrafter's Tarot. And this is one I've had for a long time, but I'm going back and doing a study with it. And the book I'm reading is Becoming Baba Yaga. And that one has really been interesting. I'm really having fun with that book. So thank you for being here and walking with me and finding happiness with cacao. And I will see you again soon. Bye.